Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay, today this is video number 1, $7 a day. So it was very unsuccessful, and I spent a lot more than $7 a day, and I'll tell you what happened. I can't say it was exactly fruitless, but it wasn't exactly successful. So I am going to make myself an omelet with 1 egg. So I just need a little meal because I mentioned to you guys that I was going back to the no carb diet. So what I did was I bought these steaks. Okay, the $7 a day is supposed to include personal items, toiletries, clothes, small expenses, transportation, and small entertainments. Okay, so I need about $25 a week for gas. So anyway, today, early this morning, I bought there was 4 steaks in here, and they were $34.42. So by buying them for $11, they were about $2.50 each. And this is a pretty decent little piece of steak. And so I just keep them in the refrigerator. But tonight, I want to make a tasty little omelet. Okay. I mentioned to you guys that I was investigating Scientology, and so the results of that investigation have really been good for me. And what happened was, the first chapter was I decided to listen to the audio book of Dianetics because I was doing housework, and I thought maybe it'll keep me amused enough so I can stay on task. And so the first thing is the survival dynamic. And I thought, oh wow, that is what I am interested in. I am 70 years old and I'm trying to survive as long as I can. So I'm just going to make 1 egg. And I usually keep 2 cups of powdered milk in the refrigerator. So as you can see, yesterday I didn't drink too much powdered milk. Sometimes I drink a lot. So I'll have a little milk in my egg. So how I came up with this omelet idea was I asked the AI. I asked the AI so many questions. I got timeout. Yes, the AI gave me timeout. But it's still much more patient than humans. But it does have its limits, you guys. That cracked me up. Okay, so I have 1 egg. And I will try to make it into an omelet. I'll put some chives. And so this is going to be like a Denver omelet of sorts. And I have this ham. So this week I can have sandwiches. Or I can make stuff. So I just need a little bit of ham. I already ate a little piece. I like this kind of ham. And this ham is really fresh. It has an expiration date of 6/28. I don't know when I bought it. All right, a little bit. I don't need too much because I have this really good cheese. So I like to buy about 2 of these a week. This is one thing I like about the low carb diet. You can pretty much eat as much cheese as you want. But when you continue doing that, eating a lot of cheese, when you're not on the low carb diet, that's not a really good strategy for keeping your weight down. Okay, I gotta flip my omelet. Let's hope it's, I should have put one side of it has enough, enough oil, the other side doesn't. Well, I'm going to have to break it in half. Actually, though, the flip was pretty successful. All right, so then I'll put the cheese on the inside. Let me taste this stuff. This is some kind of cheese with blueberries, but don't be afraid to get these cheeses with fruit. Yum. The other one was some kind of basil, basil tomato. That was good too. So, it's coming out pretty good. I'll put a little cheese on top. Uh-oh. All right. Okay, so here is what was supposed to be in it, but I just used what I had. All right, and then I'll cover it for a minute. So, here is the recipe, and I got the recipe from the AI. I bought the app, and I had a whole bunch of pictures on my Instagram, but pretty soon my Instagram was all jacked up, so I had to take them down. It was kind of fun, okay? And I bought bread this week at Ralph's. And what I discovered is if you get the moderately priced bread with the longest expiration date, one piece of toast, you're gonna get the best. This is, I think I bought this, several days ago, and it is still fine. So, okay, so this cheese is good. So what I do is I go to a grocery outlet and I buy it marked down. And I check around Ralph's as well. Okay, so now I still need my butter. I'll be making sandwiches probably out of this. We'll get into that in a minute. This will taste good with my ham, I guarantee. All right. All right. So, I'm listening to the Dianetics book, audio book. Just go Dianetics audio book on Safari search and it comes up, and then do your housework while I study everything. I'm so glad I wasn't closed-minded, and we'll get into that in a minute. Okay, I went to Dollar Tree, and what I really needed was hairspray, and so I look much better. And I thought, okay, I only have $7, so I'm going to buy the hairspray for $1.25. But then, when I was there, I saw that they had sleeping pills. You guys, I still have the insomnia. And I told my son, so this was $2.50, $3.75 right there. So that, and then I bought a Coke, a Diet Coke at McDonald's for, say it was about $3.50, so I'm at $7 right here. So I didn't have to buy the Diet Coke, but that was my decision. So basically I'm out of money. So okay, when I was at Dollar Tree, so now the $7 a day is not supposed to count food, but I bought some laundry or some dish soap, because I thought while you're on this $7 a day, buy only cheap stuff. So this was $1.25, but I searched for the one that was the fullest because after all I'm only spending $7. Okay. And so I bought hairspray, and then I bought sponges because I am kind of picky because I don't want germs in my dishes. I do a lot of dishes. So totally there, I spent $8.20, and I heard that 99-cent store, which I was glad because I used to get a lot of cheap toys there for the baby. So Dollar Tree is raising the price of their stuff because they're going to be having the 99-cent only store. Okay, then I went to Ralph's, and then I really busted my budget. Okay, at the time I did this, I forgot I had this. And this is the clean silver, but I think it's still under the sink. I bought a bottle of Dianetics to clean my brass candlesticks, and the reason I did this is because I'm trying to work on Christmas little by little, and I have learned to do things. This comes from when I was in a salon. You know, do it all, and then the next day, you know, you're free in case more work comes in. So I wanted to polish these candlesticks. So that was $8.49, which would be all the money that I am supposed to spend tomorrow. So I spent 2 days' money in 1 day. So now let me get my omelet. Ah, perfect. Ooh, this looks good. So what I'm trying to do is come up with decent meals. Okay, here it is. And I thought, why all these years aren't you making omelets? You know, I had 3 egg whites. I had, you know, who wants to eat egg whites? Isn't this so much better? All right. I'm moving up in the, you know, don't think you know everything. I mean, even if you know a lot. And here's my tea from McDonald's. $3 and over 20 cents. And then I had this green salsa. I bought 3 of these for the stockpile. So I didn't have any, I'll just put this on my omelet because I didn't have any bell peppers. This is good enough. Okay, so here we go. And I have tea. Here we go. Yum. Okay, I want to show you, I wrecked my budget further by going to the thrift store because I wanted to look for books that I sell on eBay, and I was looking for candle holders. Okay, these were good candles. I got this brass candlestick holder for $5.99. This looks really nice on my fireplace mantle. And then I bought, this one's really nice. You know, it's like, it depends who owns stuff. Some people, they take good care of them stuff. And then, so I bought these 3 yesterday for $8. So I have 9 totally because, and then I used the Dianetics, but if you do buy used candlesticks, be very, very careful because it'll take, you know, it'll take the finish off of them. But they look really pretty on my my mantelpiece. So this was $14 right here. So that further wrecked the budget. But wait a minute, it gets worse. So I want to mention this because I know some of you want to earn extra money. Okay, I got this first edition 1950 Betty Crocker cookbook, and I bought it for $10, which was overpriced. At the other thrift store I go to, I probably could have got this for $1 if they had it. But that is not the point. The point is that if somebody doesn't buy this, I'm going to have this. 1950, it's an oldie. It's got all kinds of tips you can't believe. And then, so if you find Betty Crocker books, okay, I want to tell you about something about selling books. Try to get the books like brand new. But the weird thing about books is people will just buy some random book. Betty Crocker Good and Easy Cookbook. This is really a good cookbook. And then I want to show you one of the things I'm doing for Christmas. These look so pretty. I'm so glad I bought them. Okay, this is really old. This is really, really old. And so I'm getting all the Christmas things in one place. This is a cheap little icon, but it's cute on the fireplace. This is old. I've had it like 30 years. One time I had some antique pictures and my husband took the wire off. I wanted to kill him. And then years ago, let's see, it'd be 40 years ago. Yeah, 40 years ago, because I'm 30. I'm 70, and this was bought when I was 30 from my brother, and I've had this all those years. So they look really pretty. So that's what I'm doing, is a lot of miserable housework. So, okay, so I confess to you that I was doing very poorly. But I think what I'm going to do is stay on this $7 a day thing indefinitely. Okay, so now I'm studying this Dianetics. And so then as I had questions, now L. Ron Hubbard says if you're reading something and you don't know what a word means, you are to look it up. Just ask the AI. They say we're going to get used to it. Okay, so I asked, because I mentioned to you guys that the members of the church that work for the Sea Org, basically they work for the church, and they sign a $1 billion contract because they're given all the courses that generally only wealthy people can afford. And in turn, they work for the church, and they're given like a roof over their heads, and then with their $7, they're to buy those items I told you about. And I thought, yeah, it reminds me of a dorm, like when I was living in a dorm. And I thought, wouldn't it be so cheap to treat your existence in your home kind of like a dorm? And so then I asked the AI, what do the Scientologists eat? Because remember, I go, it's probably like a cafeteria, and it was kind of. And they fix your food, and you get your meals, and I assume they work 7 days a week. So this was the good part. Okay, the main item for breakfast is scrambled eggs, boiled, or omelets. And I go, wow, why didn't I think of an omelet? I did think of college, what I used to do when I remember something about college. One of my, we didn't have very much money. It was kind of like this $7 thing. My roommate was a shoplifter. That's good. If you have a place where you can buy your used clothes marked down, some of the thrift stores, the clothes are $12, but if you can get them for $6, you can get by. If you go 2 weeks, then you have $100, unless you're one of the people that gets paid $40. Okay, scrambled eggs, boiled, or omelets. I like to eat boiled eggs. And what's the thing about this is, like, you can eat more, but from what I heard, if like your organization is doing poorly, but you have $50. And so if it was scarcity, I'd go to grocery outlet. Toast, bagel with butter or jam, so I took butter. Then you have the option of pancakes or cereal. So this is a good thing. A small canister of oatmeal is 2 weeks if you eat it every day. And then I bought this milk. Whenever I find a good deal on milk, I usually buy it. I buy this kind of milk at Walmart for about $20. This kind of milk is $14. It's better for the oatmeal. I usually buy a big package of walnuts, but if you're really broke, you can use the dollar trail mixes and just put a quarter cup, so that's cheap enough. Going back to the $1.25 items, I have a bag of raisins and I have 2 tablespoons of sugar. That's what I eat. Okay, so that's easy enough. So oatmeal and occasionally pancakes or waffles. I think the eggs and toast might be a little bit, and tea might be a little bit better than other options. So that's breakfast. Survival dynamic is central to the philosophy. Primary motivations behind all life's actions. Okay, I want to mention something about, I was, I was listening to this Dianetics, what's it called? Philosophy. And they say that Scientology is not a religion, but actually it kind of is, because their philosophy is more like centered on the individual, like getting a better life, and then you go out and you save the world. Okay, now in our society, we're moving from individualism to collectivism. And I heard a couple of smarty comments in European videos that Americans are selfish. I go, yeah, because we don't want to support you guys. Not that we have a choice. Okay, lunch. Oh, let me give you a shot of this, the food, in case you want to. Or you can just look it up on the AI. But the AI is free for a while. But then the AI starts to cost $10 per month. Okay, if you have a gym membership for $10 a month, and you have the AI for $10 a month. Oh, I forgot, the Scientologists aren't supposed to be on the internet. That's good, because you can't afford it. Okay, lunch. These meal plans are so good, you guys. Main course would be sandwiches with cold cuts, tuna, or peanut butter and jelly. So we make homemade peanut butter. We make homemade jelly. So you can make a lot, so that can last for a while. So what I had in my stockpile was, I had this, I still had it out, salmon and tuna. So you can make 2 sandwiches out of these. And then I have these. I have for vegetables, a small side of vegetables, or olives are good. So the point is, it's cheap food, it's nutritious food. It's kind of like Mormons, kind of. Okay, pasta or rice with basic sauce, tomato, or occasionally meat sauce. So I think I buy a lunch meat marked down. So for my home food, I would want to add peanut butter made by me, jelly, a package of lunch meat, and what was the other one? Tuna. Okay, and then I would add cheese, because you can also make a grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, and then simple soup. Okay, this was like, on their part, I thought a really good idea. Chicken noodle or vegetable. I didn't write the vegetable, but, and then I thought I would add tomato soup. So if I had a cheese sandwich, I would have some soup if I was really hungry. Or if I was really hungry, I could make a lunch meat sandwich with 3 pieces of bread, 2 pieces of lunch meat, and cheese. So that's 1.5 sandwiches and some tea. Okay, dinner is chicken, baked or grilled, occasionally beef or fish. Okay, you guys, I watched this guy who was deathly ill. He was on a vegetarian diet and he went to a majority of beef. And I noticed that when I was eating more beef, I was not eating a lot of snacks and in between meals. Because for one thing, if you start eating that beef constantly, you're not hungry. But the Scientologists eat kind of like the way they're eating is kind of light, probably. So if you're working for the church all the time, you won't be obese. Pasta or rice. Okay, I noticed on both these lunch and dinner pasta and rice, I have always had potatoes. I like French fries, like chicken and French fries. That's cheap. Basic vegetables. Okay, and this was good for a stockpile. Green beans, carrots, and peas. So you can start with those, these basic meals, and stockpile those so you always have that food so you're not going hungry. And you teach your children. And then occasionally they have burgers, tacos, pizza, special days. And then for the side items, they have salad or steamed vegetables and bread and rolls. That is kind of the most down to earth and smart meal plan I have ever seen. It's like cafeteria. Okay, Mormons. The Mormons, it's like they store food for their own house and their own family. And the way that we used to do it is like you would figure out a meal and then you would stock up a whole bunch. So I have a list. What did I do with it? Oh, God. I wanted to mention it. I don't know what I did with it. I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay, now, okay. So then, okay, so you go back to your essentials, which would be dwelling, utilities, water, food, car and gasoline, and save a little money. Okay, following the meal plan I just told you, breakfast would be cereal and lunch would be a sandwich. So now I want to just talk a minute about cafeteria food. I kind of don't want to give up on that list. Okay, now this is about storable food, and this could really come in handy. So when you're doing your $7 a day, if you have some food storage, you're not counting your food generally in, but if you cook your own food and you have some food storage. Okay, for fruit, it would be 2 cans a week because they're 3.5 servings each. And I was eating the rest of my Jell-O with pears today. That was good. And then vegetables would be 2 cans. So you would go to peas. What was their thing? Peas, carrots, and green beans. 2 cans a week, so 8 a month, 96 a year. Basically 4 cases of each. So of the 3 fundamental ones, you could buy a case and then an extra one of assorted. For fruit, the ones I like are pineapple, pears, and peaches. And you need 4 cases, so if there's another one you like. Okay, now this one is very important, the milk. I like to buy, the milk is something people start going without when they're really broke. And it's expensive to stockpile it. Sometimes I buy shelf-stable milk, but evaporated is better. So for a week, it's each can mixed with water is 3 cups, so you need 5 cans approximately. So 20 cans per month, 240 cans per year, so 10 cases. Those cases are 24 cans each. Soup. You need 3.5 cans of soup if you're going to eat it every day or essentially every day. 7 cans for 2 weeks, 14 cans for a month, and 168 cans of soup. And I'm just going to get those little Campbell soups because you can eat those cold and they're rather tasty. So 14 cases of 24 each. And then, so 3 kinds of soup would be 168 cans of soup per year. So tomato, chicken noodle, and vegetables. So start out with the weekend, then start off with like say Monday. So you're going, well, start out with Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then add Monday. And then hopefully you strengthen up enough so you can go for a week. And then 2 weeks. And the more food you get, the easier it is. And so if I was you, I'd start going through my food now and seeing exactly how much food I have. Like, you know, I don't have anywhere near enough milk, but I'm going to get some. Okay, now think about a cafeteria. They don't have cafeterias like they used to. Pizzas, burgers, chicken tenders, pasta, sandwiches, and wraps. Those are easy enough. French fries, mashed potatoes, rice, salads, vegetables, fruit cups. So I'm thinking about maybe getting some fruit cups, maybe some pudding cups, rather than the packages. Not the Jell-O. The Jell-O is great. It's enough for 2. Beverages are soft drinks, water, juice, and coffee. And desserts are ice cream, pudding, baked goods like brownies and cakes. So this is another way to do it. And so then today I didn't get to the gym because basically I decided to go back to work for 5 years because I thought, you know, the economy is awful and I'm healthy and I can work a little on eBay and it doesn't kill me, but it is time consuming. So what I was doing is, what I do is I get the nice brand new books and then I pack them in sequence in cardboard boxes so that nothing happens to them. And so the way to make money, like I have learned, if you find good Betty Crocker, what you can do with your cookbooks or your books is you can ask the AI approximately how much is this book worth. Okay, so I don't like to pay $10 for a book I'm going to sell on eBay. I think that's stupid, but I thought if it doesn't sell, I like it. I will keep it. Everything, I've been purging. I want to tell you guys this too. If you cannot get control of your house, if you never get the housework done, chances are you have too much stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm taking 1 carload of junk to the thrift store per day. It's been five carloads full of junk in the last week or so. And so then I finally got the stuff out of my living room and I moved all of the stuff out of the living room. And then I told the AI what I had, and I asked the AI, can you make a depiction of my living room? And I told them I have a fireplace, 3 couches, 2 tables, and a carpet. And they came up with the best ideas. And it was so easy to do. So once you have all your stuff out of there and you just have a nice arrangement, then you can live so much more comfortable. So now I'm going through the food storage. I have it all over my house. I'm going through each and every can. When does this expire? How many cans of this and that? And I'm going to a majority of cans. I don't want anything happening to my cans. I want to know that something happens. I can throw them in a big drum and I can make haste out of here. And that another thing about cans as opposed to dry food, there's liquid in those cans, God forbid if it comes to that. And then if you get these good meal plans on top of your food storage and you're just going one day at a time trying to be very, very thrifty, very, like think about the Scientologists, well, Mormons too, nothing extravagant, bake the bread, you can make your butter, make yourself an omelet and make yourself a sandwich. Or even if you're you could do this very easily to eat out. You could eat a McDonald's sandwiches for lunch. For breakfast, you can get a breakfast burrito. I can buy good breakfast burritos at Dollar Tree. I might do that. That's cheap too. So I'm going to be switching things up. And then for the salads, I would just do lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumbers. That's what we used to eat all my life, with carrots and mashed potatoes and meat. So I feel I need the extra protein right now, and I am sleeping a little better. I mean, very terrible as opposed to a normal sleeper, but for me it was pretty good. And then what's going to be nice is when my entire house, my entire garage, and my car is clean pretty soon. Because that extra stuff causes a lot of stress. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all. Bye, you guys. $50, you guys. Try to find these.